Now, the top story that we're tracking for our viewers is that the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has departed for Paris to co-chair the Artificial Intelligence Action Summit alongside French President Emmanuel Macron. Now, the third edition of AI Action Summit is taking place on February 11th. Prime Minister Modi is in his departure message said that he will exchange views with the world leaders and global tech CEOs on collaborative approach to AI technology and innovation, along with larger public good. Now, the US President J.D. Vance, Chinese Vice Premier Zhang Guoqing and German Chancellor Olaf Scholz are among the world leaders to attend the AI summit. In addition, PM Modi will be attending to several high-level bilateral engagements in his three-day visit. The Prime Minister, along with French President Macron, will review the progress on 2047 Horizon Roadmap for India-France Strategic Partnership, where they will address the India-France CEOs Forum and discuss areas of mutual interest, including trade, technology and strategic partnerships. The trip also includes a visit to Marseille, where President Macron will hold a dinner in honor of PM Modi on February 11th. And on February 12th, the two leaders will visit the Mazargues War Cemetery in Marseille to pay tribute to Indian soldiers who fought and died during World War I and II. Apart from that, Prime Minister Modi and President Macron will jointly inaugurate the Consulate General of India in Marseille. The logo of 2026 being celebrated as India-France Innovation Year will be launched during the visit. After the France trip, Prime Minister Modi will travel to the US on February 12th, where he said he is looking forward to meet his friend, President Donald Trump, following his historic electoral victory and inauguration in January. PM Modi said the US visit will be an opportunity to build upon the successes of Trump's collaboration in his first term and develop an agenda to further elevate and deepen the ties, including the areas of technology, trade, defense, energy and supply chain resilience. Now, ahead of the AI summit, French President Macron posted deep fake videos of himself to draw attention to the event opening in Paris today. The mix of deep fakes shows the president dancing to the 1980s hits, giving a hairdressing tutorial, or channeling French performer Nekfeu, rapping and showing off his moves. Sharing the video in a post on X, Macron called it "well done." And to share more details with us, our correspondent Himanshu Dikshit joins us live from Paris. Thank you so much for joining us, Himanshu. Let me start by asking you, how is France preparing for this two-day summit and what can India expect as its position, given that it's a co-chair this time?
For that, we also need to have a bit of a background. Yes, Prime Minister Modi is expected to arrive today evening in Paris, France. We have to know that France and India had a 25-year anniversary of the strategic partnership last year. And we have to also understand the fact that Prime Minister Modi and Emmanuel Macron share a very special relationship. But this visit is a bit different. It's not just about the personal relationship that Prime Minister Modi has with Emmanuel Macron. It's also a very strategic move on the part of President Macron to invite India and Prime Minister Modi to co-chair the AI summit. We have to remember that it's not just India attending, India is the co-chair for this summit. America and China have been hogging all the headlines as far as open source AI is concerned. And France and India recognize that. We also have to know that this is the third edition of the AI summit. The 2023 edition was held in the UK, 2024 was held in South Korea, and now France is hosting it. Prime Minister Modi did not attend the last one, but he does understand the importance of artificial intelligence, the fact that how can it be used, it can be misused rather, but we also have to make sure that it's regulated, and at the same time, India can be a global power in artificial intelligence, and this is the perfect setting for Prime Minister Modi to be in France at this occasion.
Right, Himanshu. And it's important to note that this two-day summit comes at a very pivotal time where we're seeing a lot of rivalry between the West and China. We have DeepSeek, which is constantly making the headlines these days and is giving Gemini, Claude, let's say, or ChatGPT a run for their money. So with that context in place, how do you expect India to, let's say, navigate this debate, and how are the outcomes going to affect India in the longer run?
The point is that India is, of course, right now wants to project itself as a leader in artificial intelligence. But the fact is that America and China, especially with the DeepSeek, they have basically hogged all the headlines. This summit also will focus on regulations. Also, at the same point, India will try to negotiate deals to make sure that they can get the intelligence, that they can get a collaboration with certain organizations to make sure that they can further their impact in artificial intelligence. We also have to understand that there is a lot. If you watch the French media, there is a lot of talk about India being co-chair of this artificial summit. However, they are very aware that if, as you mentioned in one of your stories, that Emmanuel Macron has posted a video about deepfake. In fact, on all French media, in all French televisions, you can see that video being posted, and the fact that Macron is saying, while it's very, very funny, while it's very amusing, at the same time, we have to be very careful. And India actually does want to play a part in the regulation of artificial intelligence, because deepfake, in terms of misusing, misinformation, the news not being real, being spread in India is also a big, big problem. But India would like to use artificial intelligence in terms of making sure that we have in medical, in scientific research. That's where India would like to progress in artificial intelligence. And of course, open source is also going to play a very significant part. Just to let you know that if you had asked ChatGPT, it's a funny point. It's the irony of all ironies. If you had asked ChatGPT what's been the most significant progress in terms of artificial intelligence, ChatGPT would very conveniently remove DeepSeek from it. So that kind of shows that China was not supposed to be a part of this summit. But right at the end with the DeepSeek, they kind of pushed themselves in this summit.
Well, that's right, Himanshu. Thank you so much for sharing us your perspective and also giving us the insight into the landscape, which is very constantly evolving and it requires close monitoring. And we look forward to tracking all the latest developing stories from France. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.